Hi, welcome to HungryHouse, developed by the Hungry developers. The goal of this application is to utilize the free space on different computers to create a redundant backup space over a high-speed network. First, we will attempt to connect to an existing network. In the demo, the local computer will be node 1. The remote desktop via remote control will be node 2. The third node will be another computer in the system. As you can see, all nodes are connected to the network now. We will attempt to add a file to the storage system from node 2. As the file transferred to the system, we will see that pieces are propagated through different computers on the network. Once the file is propagated, it will be available on all 3 nodes, and there will be 2 complete copies of the file. We will now attempt to access the file by retrieving the chunks from different computers by pressing Get Files. And now the file is completed. You can see that the file is also on the file system, and you can open up the document. We will now demonstrate disconnection and reconnection of a node. First, we will disconnect node 1 and delete the local chunk. As you can see in node 2, node 1 has just disappeared off the network. We will also delete the local chunk. In node 2, we can still see that there are 200% of the file available as the file is propagated over to node 3 automatically. We will now rejoin node 1 to the system and attempt to retrieve the file from the network. This demonstrates that the system is able to repair itself. This also demonstrates how the system is able to handle disconnection and new connections joining the system. The chunk is being retrieved, and now the file is completed. We will now demonstrate rename and remove. We will rename compress.rar to newfile.rar. As you can see, the file on the local file system has been renamed. On node 2, on the file list, it has also been renamed. We can also delete the files, which will be reflected in all the nodes. Once we delete the files, all of its chunks will be removed as well. In node 2, the file has been deleted. We will now demonstrate the distributed aspect of this application. We will drop in a large 69 megabyte file to the system by clicking on Send File and selecting the appropriate file. In this case, we'll be selecting bigfile.rar. The file is being propagated over the network as we speak. Distributed file system means that a file will be broken up into pieces and spread among different nodes. Our system breaks up a file into 16 megabyte chunks and sends them over the network to other computers. So when distributing a 500 megabyte file, multiple chunks will be spread over different computers, so on the network, creating a distributed file system environment. Now there's 140% of the file. In node 2, we still haven't seen the chunks arriving, as the chunks are actually being sent over the network to node 3 right now. On the local file system, however, you'll see that the file is being split up into different chunks. These chunks will represent 100% of the file size that we are transferring. Now on node 2, you'll see that the chunks are being propagated one by one from node 1 to the local file system. And now you'll see that there are 200% of the file available throughout the network.